line, the magnificent Disney Fantasy.
I'm on a boat.
Please welcome your host for the evening, star of film, television, and Broadway, Neil Patrick Harris.
It's truly an honor for me to be here tonight. How amazing is this theater? Can you believe it?
I've never ever been on a cruise ship before in my life, so I had no idea what to expect.
We've trained a great cast, an enthusiastic cast that loves being in this business, loves being on these ships, and our guests, when they come on board, notice that right away.
I feel like I'm spoiled rotten. I could never go on another cruise ship again after walking around this one. It's tremendous.
You look up at the detail on the ship and you're pointing and you see the characters.
There's wit and whimsy in the design and decoration. I mean, in a way, it's sort of as though the ship is giving a little wink.
It is just a fantastic boat, and we're thrilled that they decided to christen it here.
Just all the themes with the princesses and the characters and the movies and the music. It's magic.
And so by connecting people with the characters, the stories, the music that they love, we really help them to have those experiences that touch them in a way that really goes on and on well after they vacation with us.
A year ago, we launched the Disney Dream. The Disney Fantasy is the sister ship, another great way to give people great Disney experiences all over the world.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the fairy godmother of the Disney Fantasy, the incredible Mariah Carey.
I'm so excited!
Me too, Minnie. Take it away, Mariah.
We're gonna count down the big moment. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I christen the Disney Fantasy. May God bless this ship and all who sail on her. Yay!
I was still tired, but as soon as I saw that beautiful ship came in, I immediately woke up. You could just feel the energy building.
I love Disney Cruise Line. I'm a huge fan of it from the first moment I stepped on a ship in 2007 and saw the Dream come in last year and was so excited to see the Fantasy come in because just seeing the pictures are beautiful and to see the fireworks and hear the horn and the excitement, it was totally worth the drive.
Welcome to the Bridge on board the Disney Fantasy. The Bridge is the central command station on the ship and is equipped with state-of-the-art safety, navigation, maneuvering, and communication equipment. Let's take a closer look. The Safety Control System monitors the extensive network of safety devices installed throughout the ship. This system is tied into over 8,000 smoke detectors, over 1,000 fire screen doors, and over 70 watertight doors. A touchscreen display allows the ship's captain and officers the ability to zoom in to certain locations to get a better understanding of what's going on in each area on board the ship. The navigation console helps control the speed and heading of the ship. This system is a digital representation of paper charts, and from here we plan our voyages and monitor our passage. A differential GPS determines our position by receiving and calculating satellite signals. A speed log indicates our speed through the water and over the ground. The steering wheel can also be used to manually control the ship's heading as needed. The engine telegraph has two handles that are used to control the propellers at the stern of the ship, which ultimately affects how fast the ship is moving through the water. These also determine whether the ship is moving ahead or astern, the same as forward or reverse in your car. Thruster controls are used to move the ship sideways, mainly during port maneuvers. This ship contains 5 thrusters, 3 forward and 2 aft. These systems display important data regarding the available power for the thrusters, and they also provide information about the rudder and propulsion of the ship. This panel controls and monitors the ship's stabilizers, which are designed to minimize the rolling movement of the ship. Radar is another important tool used to monitor the traffic and weather around the ship. Radar also helps to navigate and fix the ship's position at sea when within range of shore. When the ship is in port, radar can monitor and regulate the ship's movements in busy waters. Some radar features include ARPA, which is used to assist with collision avoidance, and AIS, which gives further detail about the other vessels in the area. As you can see, the captain and his officers use quite a bit of amazing technology every day to ensure a safe voyage for our guests and crew. Thank you for joining us on our tour of the bridge. Now, it's time to go back up on deck and enjoy the rest of your cruise.
Hello, I'm Bert Swets, Vice President of the Marine and Technical Operations. At Disney Cruise Line, we are extremely proud of our state-of-the-art ships. Guests always ask about the engine room that powers and propels this massive ocean-going vessel. We put together a brief tour to take you below deck and down into the ship's engine room. We hope you enjoy it and welcome aboard.
The ship is equipped with 5 diesel generators, 3 V12s configured in the forward engine room, capable of producing 14.4 megawatts of power. That's equivalent to 19,000 horsepower per engine. And 2 V14s in the aft engine room, capable of producing 16.8 megawatts of power, equivalent to 22,000 horsepower per engine. That's over 100,000 horsepower powering the ship. Each engine cylinder has approximately 108 liters of capacity. That's roughly 60 times bigger than the average car's engine cylinder. And each engine has a separate lubricating oil system that uses about 650 gallons of lube oil every week. There are 2 separate switchboards, one for each engine room, which distribute the ship's power to all the machinery on board. Each one is capable of providing propulsion independently of the other engine room. The propulsion shaft is 170 feet long, that's half a football field, and turns propellers that are almost 18 feet in diameter and weigh nearly 22 tons each. The telegraph controls main propulsion by determining the propeller shaft revolutions for speed and in which direction. Additionally, there are 5 thrusters capable of rotating the ship on its axis and moving it sideways. Each thruster unit weighs more than 6.5 tons and generates 4,000 horsepower. That's roughly the same as 200 family sedans. The fuel oil tank gauge is similar to a gas gauge, except that this tank holds 3,300 tons of diesel fuel. Auxiliary boilers are used to generate steam only when there's not enough available from the exhaust gas boilers. Careful use of the boilers is required to maximize fuel efficiency and economy of the power plant.
The other aspects of the engine room are that we supply all the facilities to keep the hotel operating. That means we have to produce water, we have to produce steam, and we have to produce air conditioning. All of those things go to make our guests comfortable. We have a capability of producing 2,000 tons of water a day. At the present moment, I'm standing beside one of our 4 water making facilities. This is an evaporator. This machine uses the waste heat from the engines and also maybe the waste heat from the boilers to produce water. We create a chamber in which we make a vacuum, and in the vacuum we boil the seawater, which boils at about 70 degrees C, which produces steam, and then we condense the steam and turn it into potable water. And we also use the steam to provide hot water and cooking facilities for the galley, as well as washing facilities for the laundry. The engineering department team consists of 95 people. They come from all over the world, and they bring with them many, many skills. We have electrical engineers, we have mechanical engineers, we have air conditioning engineers, and our general crewmen fill the positions that do the build work, particularly relating to machinery.
It takes a massive power plant with a state-of-the-art engineering operation to propel this 1,115-foot long, 128,000-ton vessel at its cruising speed of 22 knots, and makes the Disney Fantasy a top-of-the-line high seas performer for Disney Cruise Line. Thank you for joining us on our tour of the engine room. Now it's time to go above deck and enjoy the rest of your cruise. Welcome aboard the Disney Fantasy. Oftentimes, guests have questions about the many services, locations, and activities available on board.
For the next few minutes, we'll be reviewing dining, entertainment, and youth activities information and answering some of the most common guest questions.
If you have a question and don't find the answer here, or if you're off to have fun elsewhere on the ship, you can find answers to many of your questions by checking your personal navigator, which is placed in your stateroom each day.
Or by contacting Guest Services, which is located in the atrium on Deck 3.
What time do children's areas open?
Refer to the personal navigator for the hours of availability for all children's areas.
What is available for my child, who is under the age of 3?
Guests with children under the age of 3 can enjoy It's a Small World nursery, as well as Oceaneer Club and Oceaneer Lab during special family time hours. For outdoor fun, head for Nemo's Reef water play area on Deck 11.
How will the youth activities team contact me while on board?
It is important that parents with children participating in youth activities carry a wave phone with them to receive any necessary updates regarding their child or children. As a courtesy to other guests, when using the phone, please exit the venue while attending theater presentations or dining locations so you do not disturb others around you.
Does Disney Cruise Line charge a corkage fee for wine that was not purchased on board?
Yes, a corkage fee will be charged to your shipboard account for each bottle of wine brought into the dining room that was not purchased on board.
What is the specialty dining charge for Paulo and Remy?
The specialty dining charge is a per-person service fee and is charged to your shipboard account.
We hope we've been able to answer some of your questions. Please check your personal navigator for more information or contact Guest Services if you still have further questions. And most importantly, enjoy the rest of your Disney Cruise Line vacation.
There really is something for everybody on our Disney Cruise Line vessels. Food and beverage is no longer just a lunch or a breakfast before you head off the ship. It really is all about experiencing.
When we're creating our menus, we want to provide our guests a variety of options. First and foremost, that we look at the ingredients that's available to us, the region of the world that we are sailing to. We'll see if there are any local favorites or local flavors that we can provide to our guests.
We get together with our DCL Shoreside partners and our Disney chefs all on the ships and basically put our heads together, and we try and come up with really imaginative food creations for our guests to enjoy.
We look at what kind of variety we can offer, what is the freshest products on the market, what's new and exciting, and how do we bring that into our culinary experience on board.
We want our adults to experience some fine cuisine, but also our younger guests as well, so our children, they get to experience some fantastic and unique food experiences from all around the world.
We also take feedback from our guests when they sail with us, and we hear what they would like to see.
We have actually created our guest favorite section on our menus that clearly calls out some of our guest favorite dishes.
We test and we taste and we test and we taste and we make sure that we get it just right. Then we'll do a rollout test menu with our guests, get their feedback, do some final tweaking, and then we offer our final product.
Once the menus are created, then we create our grocery list, and from that we go out and shopping. And these are not by the pounds or the kilos, these are by tons, if you will.
In terms of produce numbers, for example, whole chicken, we're probably talking in excess of about 10 to 11,000 pounds over a 7-day period. Something like beef tenderloin, again, we're using around about, 4,500 pounds of beef tenderloin. Watermelon, for example, we're probably going to get through around 6,500 pounds.
We have an entire procurement department who support us, and so our food managers and our hotel stores managers, they will put together our provision list. They will send that to our support shoreside, taking a look at the time that we need that on board, always ensuring that we pick up our fresh produce not only in our home port, but when we're on our longer itineraries, and we make sure we always offer the best quality that we can to our guests.
Disney Cruise Line, we are very fortunate. We have an opportunity to travel around the world and hire the best talent out there.
Because of the high quality and the phenomenal food offerings that we provide to our guests, we can really choose the cream of the crop to make sure not only their creativity will be best utilized on board, but that they will have that Disney difference.
There are 5 shifted cuisines running each one of our restaurants on board our ships, led by our executive chef for the ship.
My role as executive chef on the ship is to look after and ensure all the food operations are all up and running. So I have a really large team. We're talking around about 260 members in the galley area.
There could be the hotel background, resort background, or the other cruise ship experience. Then we bring them into our organization and train them and develop them and then put them into their roles.
Once we have the team working on board, what we tend to do is we'll start them off in one particular area and we'll put them on a rotation. So what that actually will do is it gives them a unique insight into learning one particular area, whether it be a roast section, then we'll move them around onto the sauce section. Once they've mastered that area, keep them rotating around, giving them more in-depth knowledge and training.
How do we retain them? That's where the really key question is. We rotate our chefs through out their contract from one restaurant to another, where they have an opportunity to exercise their great skills and engage them with our products, so that way they can really enjoy their time with Disney Cruise Line.
We are one of the most unique cruise lines at sea in that we're the only ones that offer our phenomenal rotational dining.
We are able to take our guests through a wonderful experience going through each unique dining room. They get to experience a different taste of around the world with so many different flavors and options.
What's so magical about it is their service team that travels with them, remember all their favorites and delivering them that unique experience.
Enjoying the theming around you, enjoying the beauty of our restaurants, enjoying the servers that provide this wonderful service for you, and of course enjoying the culinary delights that our galley team works so hard to deliver the absolute best of the best. I'm confident that our guests will be back again and again because of our wonderful food and beverage experience.
Welcome aboard Disney Cruise Line. Here's a quick look at just some of the exciting places and fun activities waiting for you to explore during your voyage on the Disney Fantasy. Every evening on board the Disney Fantasy, you're invited to enjoy a truly unique dining experience as you and your service team embark on a culinary journey through the ship's exciting restaurants. Inspired by the gardens of Versailles, the Enchanted Garden is a whimsical, casually elegant restaurant on Deck 2 midship, where dining on the seasonally infused fresh market fare takes you on a magical journey from day to night. For those seeking a glamorous night out, the Royal Court is a tribute to classic Disney films where guests are treated like royalty. Located on Deck 3 midship, the Royal Court serves world-class continental cuisine with a modern French influence, making meals fit for a monarch. Sorcerer Mickey leads the fun at Animator's Palette on Deck 3 aft with a new dining experience that's exclusive to the Disney Fantasy. Black and white animations explode into color, and don't be surprised if your own hand-drawn characters join the colorful production. Animation magic paired with the creativity of our talented chefs creates an interactive dining experience like no other on land or sea. In addition to our main restaurants, we also offer Palo on Deck 12 aft, an alternative restaurant exclusively for guests 18 and over. Celebrate a special occasion with Palo's open show kitchen, onstage pizza oven, alfresco dining, or just enjoy a romantic meal. Reservations and proper attire are required, and an additional charge is applied. Meridian, located on Deck 12 next to Palo, is a great place for pre- or post-dinner cocktails for guests sporting their upscale attire. Serving up incredible views of the sea, along with fine cigars in the outside cigar bar, Meridian is the place for an elegant martini or vintage cognac. Alongside Palo on Deck 12 aft is the ship's most upscale dining experience. Remy, a French-inspired culinary delight created by not one, but two award-winning chefs. Vintage wines, cocktails, and cognacs accompany seasonal ingredients and a rare selection of cheeses from around the globe. Remy is for guests 18 and over, and jackets, evening attire is required. Reservations include an additional charge. Our dining room servers will be happy to assist you with our extensive selection of premium wines. Consult the personal navigator for an opportunity to sample wines at our Onboard wine tasting event. Tickets can be purchased at the Port Adventures and Guest Services desks. Variety is king at Cabanas on Deck 11 aft. 18 elaborately themed food stalls serve a wide variety of meals, ranging from signature dishes from exotic destinations to comfort classics. Guests can satisfy their sweet tooth with a collection of pastries, pies, and other delicious treats, as well as lighter fare with soups, salads, and freshly prepared sushi. You'll find breakfast, lunch, refreshing drinks, and delicious snacks available throughout the ship, including a 24-hour free drink station and convenient poolside food options located on Deck 11. Check the personal navigator in your stateroom each day for all food and beverage opportunities, including 24-hour stateroom service. And on Deck 13 forward, you'll find Currents, where they're ready to deliver a delicious frozen concoction, both alcoholic and non-alcoholic, as well as other cool favorites. The beautiful Walt Disney Theater on Deck 3 and Deck 4 forward is a magnificent tribute to the grand theatrical palaces of long ago, and to Walt Disney himself, the man whose dreams have brought joy to so many people. Every night, you'll be transported to another time and place with incredible state-of-the-art lighting, staging, and special effects, taking the Broadway experience to a new level as only Disney can do. Your heart will soar during Disney's Aladdin, a musical spectacular. Laugh along with the wisecracking genie and the cast from the classic animated Disney film Aladdin. Wishes is a heartfelt musical featuring celebrated Disney characters who reveal the secret to growing up while staying young at heart. And Disney's Believe is a musical spectacular that merges incredible illusions with songs from your favorite Disney films to show that magic is all around us. Hoist yourself to Deck 11 for Pirates in the Caribbean. There's a whole new treasure trove of pirate fun for buccaneers of all ages. Little scallywags can set sail with Mickey's Pirates in the Caribbean show. Watch for the all-new Buccaneer Blast fireworks and dance your boots off at Club Pirate. The Buena Vista Theater, with entrances on both Deck 4 and Deck 5, offers a full slate of feature films for every member of the family, including 3D favorites. For start times for the day's films, check the schedule outside the Buena Vista Theater as well as on your Stateroom TV. There's fun for the whole family at the D Lounge on Deck 4, featuring interactive game shows like Family Fusion, Pirate's Life for Me, and Mirror Mirror. Family-friendly cabaret acts, cooking classes, family dance parties, karaoke, and more. The Vista Cafe on Deck 4 Midship is the perfect internet hotspot to enjoy a specialty coffee or herbal tea while gazing out the floor-to-ceiling portholes and soaking in the breathtaking ocean views and beautiful sunsets. Venture on down to Europa on Deck 4 Aft, the nighttime entertainment area on the Disney Fantasy, featuring unique night spots, each with its own brand of fun and excitement. This area is reserved for our guests 18 years of age and older from 9 p.m. till close. If you're seeking the trendiest nightclub on the scene, look no further than The Tube. With a London-inspired theme, The Tube offers adults 18 years and up a night of action-packed fun, signature drinks, and dancing as our guest DJs pump up the volume on the illuminated Union Jack dance floor. Ooh La La is an upscale champagne bar with top-shelf bubbly wines and liquors, along with some sweet dessert pairings. On the more mellow side of Europa, O'Gill's Pub is a warm and inviting pub with a modern twist. Exclusively for guests 18 and older, O'Gill's Pub is a great spot for adults to unwind after a fun-filled day, catch the big game, and kick off a night exploring the entertainment of Europa. For the jet set, Skyline Lounge is a cocktail club with dazzling views of the world's great cities out its ever-changing windows. Located on Deck 3 Midship on the port side, Bon Voyage is a central gathering place for guests looking for a refreshing beverage before heading out for the day's activities or the evening's fun. Available for private functions, Outlook Lounge on Deck 14 Midship also serves up evening cocktails and an elegant spot to unwind to the sounds of a baby grand piano. On board the Disney Fantasy, alcohol consumption is allowed for adults 21 and over with proper ID required. Recreation and rejuvenation. That's what it's all about at Senses Spa and Salon on Deck 11 Forward. Uniquely themed chambers and treatment rooms, along with exceptional pampering services for both individuals and couples, make Senses the most stimulating place on board. The state-of-the-art fitness center offers the latest equipment, free weights, daily classes, daily walks on the deck, and personal training, spin classes, and fitness analysis. If you're looking for something special, indulge in an ocean view spa villa complete with an indoor spa treatment suite that connects to a private outdoor veranda with a personal hot tub, open-air shower, and luxurious chaise lounge. A perfect romantic getaway without ever leaving the ship. Step into the Senses Rainforest Room and relax in the gentle sauna, mild steam room, aromatic steam room, or fog shower. Choose from a unique selection of luxurious spa experiences, including relaxing hand and foot treatments. All spa and salon experiences are open to guests 18 and older at an additional charge. Reservations can be made in person at the Senses Spa and Salon reception desk or simply call the spa from your stateroom. For teens, the Chill Spa provides an exclusive getaway with teen-specific treatments and salon services, like a hot chocolate wrap, ice cream manicure and pedicure, and fabulous fruity facials. For an invigorating walk in the fresh ocean breezes, 2.5 laps of the promenade deck is a mile of seaside exercise. And on the Goofy Sports Deck on Deck 13, you'll find a 9-hole mini golf course and ping pong tables, plus golf and multi-sport simulators at an additional charge. On board the Disney Fantasy, you can take your pick from 3 beautiful pools. Mickey's Pool was created just for children and is shaped like you-know-who. Donald's Pool in the middle of the ship is for kids of all ages and includes Funnel Vision, a massive big screen to view sporting events and movies by the pool. And for a first-of-its-kind, totally tubular good time, the Aqueduct takes riders 48 inches or taller on a splash of a ride, 2 at a time. Please observe all height and age requirements for the ship's pool areas. Additionally, the U.S. Public Health Service requires that all children be toilet trained before entering shipboard pools and spas. To avoid any disappointment from unplanned pool closures, we encourage parents with small children to ensure regular bathroom breaks throughout the day. Nemo's Reef is an interactive wet play area of pop jets and bubblers. This fun fountain area is for children 8 and under and requires adult supervision at all times. And when adults feel like a quiet escape or a relaxing break in one of the whirlpools, ease on into the Quiet Cove Pool and Bar, specially set aside for guests 18 and up only, please. Adjacent to the Quiet Cove Pool and Bar is the Quiet Cove Cafe, providing adult guests with a quiet spot away from the elements, where they can sample fresh pastries, cheeses, and tea biscuits, or enjoy a delicious gourmet coffee. For the most innovative arcade on the high seas, look no further than the Arcade at the aft funnel on Deck 11, featuring the very hottest games. Our simple debit card system works much like an ATM. You'll find a teller machine located right at the arcade. The cost of the game will automatically be deducted from the card. When purchasing a game debit card, opt for the value card. It gives you more bang for your buck. Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, located on Deck 5 Midship, is a very special place where aspiring young princesses receive the full fairy tale treatment with pixie-dusted makeovers. On pirate party nights aboard the Disney Fantasy, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique transforms into a swashbuckler's hideaway where boys, girls, and grown-ups can get ready for the pirate life. Your little ones will be in a special world of their own at It's a Small World Nursery. Our nursery counselors are ready for infants up to 3 years. Call or visit this fun-filled play center on Deck 5 Midship for costs and availability. Children will find almost an entire deck on the Disney Fantasy devoted just to them, with a wide variety of programs, hands-on activities, and free play for children 3 to 10. Plus totally separate offerings for tweens and teens. And since this is a Disney experience, our large staff of counselors will make sure that your child has fun like nowhere else. At the Oceaneer Club on Deck 5 Midship, children can set sail on their own adventure and let their imaginations fly. A workshop and magic play floor sparks discovery in this special place created just for them. Next door in the Oceaneer Lab, multiple computer stations and interactive game tables keep the excitement and energy going. Super sloppy science sessions bring a whole new meaning to hands-on learning. And when they're ready for a break from the action, there's even an open mic night for fun well into the evening. Meals are provided at appropriate times throughout the day, so convincing your children to leave once they're here is the only thing you'll have to worry about. Each child receives a Mickey band while on board for use within the youth spaces of the ship. In each stateroom, complimentary portable wave phones are provided, so you can stay in touch with others in your party while on board the ship or at Castaway Cay. Please review additional information in your stateroom about the complimentary wave phones or contact the guest services desk before using. For tweens ages 11 to 13 seeking their own getaway, Edge on Deck 13 Midship is a daytime, late-night respite with big screen movies, interactive green screen video making, and other activities created just for tweens. Away from the ship's activities for younger children, Vibe on Deck 5 Forward is the place to be for teens ages 14 through 17 looking for their own space and place. It's a great place to relax with a cool drink and meet new friends, escape outside on the Vibe's teen-only sun deck, or just chill in the media room. Vibe is the ultimate trendy hang that's always ready for whatever. Each day on board the Disney Fantasy, guests 18 and older can choose from a terrific variety of programs created just for them. Check your personal navigator for information on program times and locations. Disney Cruise Line provides a world-class, duty-free, tax-free shopping experience for guests on Deck 3 next to the atrium. Whitecaps takes you on a world shopping tour of duty-free watches, jewelry, leather goods, and fragrances. This is also the place to swing by for sundry and convenience items you may need to pick up while on board. Mickey's Main Sale is your headquarters for Disney character merchandise, pirate and princess items, and other themed Disney souvenirs. Sea Treasures is home to Disney Cruise Line and Disney Fantasy merchandise and collectibles. The Vista Gallery on Deck 4 aft is the avid Disney collector's paradise, featuring a grand array of Disney art and collectibles. Along with the West End Gallery's own unique items, it offers both auction and off-the-wall pricing. Who's Its and What's Its on Deck 11 has all your on-deck and on-shore supplies, from sunglasses and tanning lotions to beachwear and cover-ups. You'll see photographers throughout your Disney Cruise Line voyage capturing special moments that you'll want to remember forever. These photos are available for purchase at Shutter's Capturing Memories on Deck 4 midship, where you'll find new pictures added to your stateroom's own photo folder every day. You can even build your own cruise book. For information about port adventures on your cruise, or to check on availability and sign up for a port adventure, stop by the Port Adventures desk located on Deck 5 midship. For tips and information about shopping off the ship, stop by Shopping Ashore on Deck 4 midship. To assist our guests with making the most of their experience on board, Guest Services is conveniently located on Deck 3 midship and is always just a phone call away. We hope you enjoy your Disney Cruise Line experience. If there is anything we can do to make your stay with us better, please let us know. Bon voyage, and welcome aboard the Disney Fantasy. Welcome aboard the Disney Fantasy. Oftentimes, guests have questions about the many services, locations, and activities available on board.
For the next few minutes, we'll be reviewing general stateroom information and answering some of the most common guest questions.
If you have a question and don't find the answer here, or if you're off to have fun elsewhere on the ship, you can find answers to many of your questions by checking your personal navigator, which is placed in your stateroom each day.
Or by contacting Guest Services, which is located in the atrium on Deck 3.
How do I use my Key to the World card?
As well as charging any items purchased on board to your Key to the World card, you can also use it to unlock the door to your stateroom by simply tapping the designated black box next to the door handle. Once inside, activation of the stateroom's comfort system requires inserting your Key to the World card into the slot on the wall next to the door. This energy conservation feature enables the lighting and television functions inside your stateroom, as well as the heating and air conditioning. When you leave your stateroom, remove your Key to the World card and take it with you. When you return to your stateroom, just insert your Key to the World card back into the slot to automatically reactivate your cabin to your previous occupancy settings.
How do I operate my safe?
Instructions are listed on the outside of the safe. Each time the safe is closed, you will need to enter a 4-digit code to unlock it later. Be sure to select a 4-digit code that is easy to remember.
How do I check my email or surf the internet?
Guests sailing with Disney Cruise Line will find it more convenient than ever to stay connected to family and friends back home by utilizing the ship's wireless internet access. Guests with wireless-ready laptops will find several Wi-Fi hotspots throughout the ship, including Vista Cafe, Cove Cafe, most public areas, guest staterooms, and most open areas on the upper decks. There is an additional fee that will be charged to your stateroom. See the directory of services for details. As with any cruise ship, connection to the internet is reliant upon satellites. Connections are usually slower than you would encounter on land, and there may be outages from time to time depending upon a variety of factors. Your understanding is sincerely appreciated.
What are the portable phones in our stateroom for?
Each stateroom provides portable wave phones for complimentary use while on board the ship as a convenient way to stay in touch with others in your party. Wave phones only work on board the ship and at Castaway Key. They will not work off the ship or at any other ports of call. Additional phones are available at the guest services desk located on Deck 3 for an additional rental charge. Please note that there is a $250 charge per phone to your stateroom account for phones that are lost, damaged, or not returned to your stateroom prior to debarkation at the end of your cruise.
How do I dial using the wave phone?
To dial a wave phone from another wave phone, just dial the wave phone extension, which is the stateroom number plus the wave phone number. For example, to dial the second wave phone for stateroom 8030 from the first wave phone, dial 80302. To call the stateroom from any of its wave phones, dial 41 and then the stateroom number.
How do I dial using the stateroom phone?
To dial room to room using your stateroom phone, dial 7, then the room number. To reach a number in the United States, dial 8 plus 1 and the area code plus the number you are calling. To place an international call, dial 8 plus 011 and the country code, followed by the city code and then the number you are calling. Toll-free calls cannot be placed from on board the ship. Please be advised that international ship-to-shore rates apply on all calls. To dial one of the wave phones from your stateroom phone, dial 41, then the wave phone extension, which is your stateroom number followed by the wave phone number. For example, to dial the second wave phone in stateroom 8030 from your stateroom phone, dial 41 80302.
Can I get a wake-up call?
Wake-up calls are an automated service that you access right from your stateroom phone. Please dial 32 on your stateroom telephone and follow the voice prompts.
How do we use the bunk beds?
Bunk beds are recessed in the ceiling and will be prepared during evening turn-down service by your stateroom host or hostess. If you need to use the bunk beds during the day, please contact your stateroom host or hostess for assistance.
When is room service available? Is there a charge? What's on the menu?
Room service is available 24 hours a day, except for the morning you debark off the ship when all guests have breakfast in their assigned dining rooms. There is no additional charge for room service, but there will be a charge applied for any beverages, packaged snacks, wine, and beverage packages. Room service meals are included along with all other meals in the cruise package price. A room service menu is printed in the directory of services located in your stateroom.
Can I leave towels and wet swimsuits on my veranda to dry?
At Disney Cruise Line, we take safety and protection of our environment very seriously. As part of our commitment to safety, we ask that you remove any personal items from your veranda that present a fire hazard if left unattended or may be blown overboard. Swimsuits and towels may be hung to dry on the clothesline provided in your stateroom bathroom. At no time should anyone ever sit, climb, or lean on any of the ship's outdoor railings.
Are there other rules I should be aware of regarding stateroom verandas or the ship's outdoor decks?
Children should not be outside on verandas or the ship's decks unless accompanied by an adult. Please be especially careful when moving about on verandas or outdoor decks during rough seas. Since drafts are often created when sailing on the open sea, it's important that the veranda doors to your stateroom remain closed for both your comfort and for environmental reasons. Again, do not sit, climb, or lean on any railings while on board the ship. All of us at Disney Cruise Line are very concerned about preserving the natural environment around us, and we're depending on you to help us protect our beautiful oceans. Please do not throw cigarettes or items of any kind overboard.
Can I light candles in my stateroom?
For the safety of you and your fellow guests, the burning of candles in staterooms is strictly prohibited.
Are Are there other steps I can take to assist in Disney Cruise Line's commitment to safety?
Yes. We also ask that any electrical items such as hair dryers, curling or straightening irons, and other heat-producing items you may have brought with you be unplugged from the electrical sockets prior to leaving your stateroom. Occasionally, sea conditions may require that you use special care when moving about on open decks. Also, outdoor decks can sometimes be windy or wet and slippery due to weather conditions. Just remember to hold on to handrails and be conscious that doors can sometimes slam closed very quickly. It's also important to move about carefully at night when lights may be dimmed for navigational purposes.
We hope we've been able to answer some of your questions. Please check your personal navigator for more information or contact guest services if you still have further questions. And most importantly, enjoy the rest of your Disney Cruise Line vacation.